Ever made a crucial payment online, hit submit, and then silence? Maybe it's rent, a bill you forgot about, or that amazing new gadget you just had to have. Whatever it is, that anxious wait for confirmation can feel like an eternity, especially when dealing with a new platform like Ally. So, if you're an Ally customer or considering making the switch, you might be wondering, how long does it take Ally to process payments? Fear not, fellow financial warriors. This video will break down everything you need to know about Ally's processing times, so you can breathe a sigh of relief and get back to what matters most. Now, before we dive into specifics, let's acknowledge that processing times can vary depending on several factors. Think of it like a relay race. First, you initiate the payment, then the baton gets passed to Ally, your bank, and then onto the recipient's bank. Each handoff adds a little bit of time. But worry not, because we're going to dissect each leg of this financial relay race to give you a clear picture of what to expect. Buckle up. Leg 1, you and your Ally account. This is the first and arguably easiest leg. When you initiate a payment through your Ally account, online or via their mobile app, it typically happens instantly. Think of it as you grabbing the baton and sprinting out of the gate. Ally acknowledges your request and gets things moving on their end. Leg 2, Ally's internal processing. Now, the baton gets passed to Ally's internal systems. This is where the magic happens, or at least, the technical stuff. Ally verifies your account information, ensures sufficient funds, and performs any necessary security checks. This step usually takes just a few seconds, but in rare cases, it could extend to a minute or two depending on the complexity of the transaction. Leg 3, the big handoff Ally to recipient's bank. Here's where things get a bit more interesting. Once Ally gives the green light, they send the payment information to the recipient's bank. This is like passing the baton off to the next runner on the track. The time frame for this leg depends entirely on the recipient's bank and their processing procedures. Most banks nowadays utilize a system called ACH, Automated Clearing House, for electronic transfers. ACH transfers can be a little slower than a debit card swipe, but they're generally very reliable. Here's a breakdown of typical ACH processing times. Same bank transfers, these are the Usain Bolts of the financial world. If you're sending money to someone who also banks with Ally, the transfer could be completed within the same business day. Transfers to other banks. For transfers to different banks, ACH processing typically takes 1 to 3 business days. Think of it as a steady relay runner, reliable but not record-breaking. Bonus leg, the recipient's account. Once the recipient's bank receives the payment information, they need to process it on their end. This final leg usually takes just a few seconds, but again, it can vary depending on the bank's internal systems. So, how long does it really take? Putting it all together, the total processing time for an Ally payment depends on the factors mentioned above. However, here's a general ballpark to consider. Same-day transfers, Ally to Ally within the same business day, potentially faster. Transfers to other banks, 1 to 3 business days. Keeping things speedy, a few pro tips. Here are some handy tips to ensure your Ally payments zoom through the process as quickly as possible. Schedule payments in advance. If you know a bill is coming up, initiate the payment a day or two early. This gives everyone involved a little extra breathing room. Double-check your recipient information. A simple typo in an account number can cause delays. Take an extra second to make sure everything is accurate. Avoid weekends and holidays. While Ally operates 24/7, banks may have limited processing on weekends and holidays. For crucial payments, aim for weekdays. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.